Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're having an awesome week as always. Today's video, we are going to talk about something that a lot of you are going to see the title and say, well, that's pretty obvious. And I really wish it was, but it's something that I deal with in the majority of my cases. Don't lie to your lawyer. Here is a prime example of when that can go terribly bad. Now, I understand that a lot of people, when they come in to speak with a criminal defense attorney, they have done something or they are alleged to have done something that they're not necessarily proud of. And I get that. And I get that it's hard to admit sometimes to people what you have done. But you have to remember, my job is to help you. Okay, my job is to assist you and to guide you through this process the very best way I can. I tell people all the time, I can protect you from what I know. I can't protect you from what I don't. Like I said, here's a great example is, let's say I represent you on a drug case. Let's say that you and I have been working for months. We've had you in treatment. We have been doing community service. We have been building this fantastic portfolio of all of these good works that you've done, character letters, everything. We finally get in front of the judge. I have just made an impassioned argument to the judge about how you've turned your life around, how you have been staying on the straight and narrow. You've been doing everything that I've asked you to do. You've been doing everything pre-trial has been asking you to do. And you are somebody worthy and deserving of a second chance, okay? The judge looks over at me and says, thank you, counsel. I think you've convinced me. I just need your client to go down the hall to probation, take a quick drug test, and then we'll enter this agreement to get this case dismissed. Me, not knowing any better, says, no problem, judge, I'll send him right down. Little do I know that the night before, you were at a party, you smoked a joint, and so now you're going to fail that drug test. I asked you before we walked into court, is there anything I need to know? You said no. I asked you, if the judge tests you today, if you do a drug test today, are you going to test clean? You said absolutely, because again, you didn't want to admit that you were going to fail a drug test. So you go down the hall, you go to probation, drug test comes back positive. Now things get ugly in a hurry. Not only am I losing credibility with this judge because I basically lied to her and told her that you would pass a drug test when you wouldn't, but things go poorly for you because now you've subjected yourself to a very angry judge who thinks that you're flaunting this the system, and you really don't care what happens because, I mean, who in their right mind would go engage in illegal behavior the day before a court appearance? And so now, because I didn't know that that was something that I needed to be cautious of, I've put you in a situation where you're likely going to jail that day. You're likely not getting the case dismissed. You're likely going to get a much harsher sentence than you otherwise have. And it's a very bad chain of events that all got kicked off and could have been avoided had you just told me when I asked you, if you take a drug test today, will you pass? If you tell me the words, no, I would not, I smoked last night, there's a whole lot of things I can do to try to mitigate that damage. There's a whole lot of ways that I can try to finesse my way either into getting another court date or to, altering my argument slightly. There are a lot of things that I can do in that situation to make things exponentially better for you. And that's a very small, very commonly occurring example of what I mean when I say don't lie to your lawyer, but it goes across the board, no matter what it is. If it's something that I ask, it means I need to know what the answer is. I need to know what the actual truth and honest answer is. So, summing up, if you or anybody that you know is meeting with a criminal defense lawyer or has hired a criminal defense lawyer, please be honest with them. If you, any of my lawyer friends out there, are referring a client over to me, then what I need you to do is really impress upon them when you speak to Ryne, when you go and sit down with Ryne, be honest, tell him everything he needs to know it. So, hope you all enjoyed this one. As always, if you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that, give me a shout. I'm happy to help you any way that I can. Have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.